It is said that everything is divine. The only thing needed from us is to become conscious and realize it. How can we do this? And what steps are needed for such realization?
Sri Aurobindo says, yes, everything is divine. But for our consciousness, divine is divided into two. That is duality. In ordinary consciousness, divine is divided into two. Everything is divided into two. Good and bad, pleasure and pain, darkness and light, all are divided into two. And we run after one and want to lead another. That is the basic illusion of our life. We want pleasure, we run after pleasure, we want to leave the pain. We want to run after the light, we want to leave the darkness. We want to run after the good, we want to leave the bad. This is the basic illusion of our life, because these opposites are two ends of the same string. So if you want good and want to leave the bad, it is not possible. That is why Sri Aurobindo says, the pleasure and pain are eternal partners, married together, always quarrel, never divorce. If we want pleasure, definitely pleasure will come to us, but it will come with its partner. You see, married persons, when they go, both are going, no? Similarly, they are married together. Pleasure and pain are married together. So if you want only pleasure, it is not possible. Its partner will come to your home and sleep in the same room. Partner. So, the humanity is suffering always because it is unable to integrate these opposites. It is not actually they are opposites. They are only the one truth. Since our consciousness is narrow, this consciousness is dividing the greater truth into two parts. There is no truth, there is only one. That is what the spirituality, that is what the divine realization. For example, when light goes up, we say there is a darkness. We say, but it is not darkness. For example, if you ask a cat or owl, it will say, no, there is no darkness, it is light. Because it has more capacity to see the light than us. We have limit from this to this. If light is visible in this limited area, then we call it light. If light is not in the limited area, then we call it darkness. But everything is light. Similarly, pleasure also. Pleasure and pain. Suppose I give you a sweet, Calcutta sweet, very tasty. You say, very nice, I have never eaten this sweet. First time I ate, very beautiful. Then I will increase the dose. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 20, 21. What you will say? The taste becomes just opposite. You say, I don't want anymore. But sweet has not changed. It is your incapacity to accept the sweet has changed it into the bitter taste. Bitter taste, there is no bitter taste. The taste which you are unable to accept, that we call as bitter. There is no bitter thing, anything in this world. So everything, our consciousness is dividing. For example, there is sunrise, there is sunset for us. But for the earth, there is no sunrise, there is no sunset. For the sun, there is no sunrise, there is no sunset. It is our limited consciousness. We are staying here in Vijayanagaram. And for Vijayanagar, there is sunrise, there is sunset. For a limited area, these all divisions are there. But if your consciousness becomes vast as the earth consciousness, or sun consciousness, or we can say universal consciousness, there cannot be these two, sunrise and sunset. Suppose you are in the bottom of the mountain, you tell that mountain is so much of height. And a person is on the top of the mountain, he will not say that mountain is so much of height. He will say the mountain is so much of depth. And if a person is in between the mountain, he will say half of the mountain is lower than me and half of the mountain is above me. But actually mountain is mountain. We are defining the mountain according to our consciousness. So divinity means realizing in totality. Unless and until we realize the totality, problems will not end. Because we have created artificially the problem, there is no problem. That is why Sri Aurobindo says, all problems of existence are essentially the problems of harmony. The things are not placed in right place, that is why it is appearing to be bad, there is nothing like God bad. So the whole question is how to accomplish this consciousness, which can be called as consciousness of the Supreme in totality. Consciousness of the Supreme in totality. Once Mother was asked to define supramental consciousness, Mother said the consciousness of the Supreme in totality. Many times Supreme consciousness has descended upon earth, many times. But first time, it has come in totality. That is called supramental. That is why it is called the supramental sun. Previously, it was reflecting light. That is why it was lunar light. Up to our mind, it is not the direct light of the supermind, divine. It is the reflective light of the supermind. That is why we had no solution for the earth. They always divided earth into two. Creation into two. One is earth is false and Brahman is truth. Because Brahman and earth both together could not be seen simultaneously with the overmental consciousness or below to it. Only supramental force has the capacity to see Brahman at the same time the manifestation. Manifestation means all the creation. Both at the same time and can accept both as truth. That is called divine consciousness in totality. The supreme consciousness in totality. So how to achieve that? Sri Aurobindo says it is very difficult and beyond the human power. But fortunately, Mother, once some person asked to Chotnarayan Sharma, a great devotee of Sri Aurobindo, that what was the greatest contribution of Sri Aurobindo? He said that he has given us the Divine Mother who will do everything for us. That is the greatest contribution of Sri Aurobindo, that Mother has come down, the Supreme Divine Mother has come down to work for us. What we have to do? Only single sentence Sri Aurobindo has said, those who talk to the Mother are doing my yoga. So, let us leave apart the philosophical aspect, how to achieve all these realizations. That is very difficult for many. But there is simple sadhana. Sri Aurobindo has declared. That is, all those who turn to the Mother are doing my yoga. Because Mother is the consciousness of the Supreme in totality. Mother, the embodiment of the consciousness of the Supreme in totality. So when we develop the intimacy with the Mother in our day-to-day life, in our day-to-day activities, unknowingly we will accomplish the consciousness of the Supreme in totality. Then these all dualities will go away. Then this earth will appear to us as real as Brahman. We will not say we have to leave this earth and go beyond heavens, mukti, nirvana. But this earth is nothing but the Supreme manifestation. The Supreme will manifest here. It is the project of the Supreme to manifest himself. He is Sachidananda, but Avyakta Sachidananda, unmanifest Sachidananda, one, only one. In the creation, he will be manifested supramental, Sachidananda. That means Vyakta. And he is one there, he will be many here. We are nothing but his many aspects of the Supreme, not yet become. That is why we are looking so much hard. We will become the Supreme's multiple manifestations. We are on the way. We have not yet manifested the Sachidananda aspect of the Supreme, but we are on the way. So this is the purpose of whole creation. Now, how we will develop the intimacy of the Mother? Mother has given so simple steps we can follow. All ordinary persons like us can follow. That is what I will give some hints that how can we follow the steps so that our intimacy with the Mother will increase, and with that, naturally, we will have the divine experience. It is the easiest and best way of our sadhana because Mother has come. So first step is, Mother says, truly we must want to establish intimacy with the Mother. Are we really wanting that? Or is it just one occupation among many occupations? The spirituality is one occupation among many occupations. It is not the important occupation. We have not yet given the priority to this. On the other hand, we keep it in the last always. That is why many people ask, what is when you want to do your program? If I will say some date, they will say no. It must be fixed on the holidays because we are engaged otherwise. And if there is a World Cup cricket match, then also we cannot come. And if there are so many occupations, we cannot come. So divine is kept in the last. Even after TV serials, we keep the divine work in the last. No, that will not develop the intimacy with the Mother. Intimacy of the Mother means always we want to develop intimacy with her. Her work is first. Where I am getting so much of inspiration from towards the spirituality, that is her work. How to differentiate? Because people say that everything is her work. Even doing my homework, residential work is also her work. Everything is her work. No, initially it is not. Initially that work which helps you to develop your intimacy, which helps you to give lot of inspiration. Always your thought is diverted towards her. That is the direct work of the Mother. That is a study circle, we can say. It is the priority you have to give. Because here, we are talking of nothing but Mother. Here, we are thinking only about Mother, nothing else. So, the priority you have to give to the Mother. Then, rest work. Once Mother was asked, there are so many work with me. For example, I have ashram work, library work, and I have to take classes. I have some collective works. I have my family work. I have my personal work. But what I should do. Mother said, from last to your work. First collective work, then personal work. Then only we can say that we are trying to develop intimacy with the mother. This is the first point. Actually, we want this intimacy. Second is, the mother is loving us, no doubt. But are we loving the mother? That is very important. Once a sadhak asked that, mother, are you loving me? Mother said, without any doubt. Because if divine don't love, you all cannot exist. You all cannot exist because of her love, her grace. Only we exist. There is no doubt in it. But to become conscious of my love, we have to develop our love towards it. How can it be possible? Mother used to try to develop that love within us through many examples. For example, once a sadhak asked mother, Mother, you have given me pickles, small pickles. You have given me everything. I am living in ashram, getting every facilities for sadhana. But why again these small pickles? Mother said, I know that you like pickles. When I give you pickles, you will remember that mother loves me so much that she has not forgotten to give pickles also. So the more you are grateful to me, more you develop the gratitude towards the mother, more intimacy is developed. That is the thing mother tried to develop within the sadhaks. And mother used to tell that whenever any difficulties come, first think of me, not others. Generally, if there is any sickness, first we remember doctor, no? Huh? If he says, no, I cannot recover, then only mother come to our picture. Otherwise, mother is always in the last. Mother says, just you change your discipline, just opposite. What you will say? Any problems first come to me. I will direct whether you need to go to the doctor or not. In 99 cases, it is not necessary. You are afraid of that is why you are going and they are living very happy. Doctors are very rich, why? Because of our fear. Because of our fear, they are living very nicely. Because in 99% cases, medicine is not required. It is because of fear we are developing so many diseases. So when you come to me, only rare of the rare cases I will tell you go to the doctor. Otherwise, the moment you come to me, many things disappear because the force of harmony is with me. It will enter into your body and it will disappear. Because all diseases are nothing but the disharmony in our body. Diseases are nothing but the disharmony in our body. There are 4 beings in us. That is physical, vital, mental, and psychic or soul. There is a disharmony in these 4 beings. Our physical wants to sleep. It is lazy fellow. And our vital wants to enjoy with excitement and everything. And our mind wants to enjoy with thesis, theories, everything. But the soul wants only divine. So there is a disharmony. So as long as these disharmonies are there, that disharmony will be reflected in the body as diseases. Actually, there is no disease at all. So first of all, any problem, if it is coming to us, first we come to the mother, then other. But our equation is just opposite. First other, then mother. That is where our problems are increasing. There is no intimacy with mother and ourselves. So this practice you can do. Even mother says that, repeat my name, remember me always. Always repeat my name, wherever you are. Even if you are stealing something, you are a thief, does not matter to the divine. You just go to the mother and say that I am going to steal today. Will mother help you? Mother will create a situation where you will not be compelled to do those work which are not expected from you. So she will change from the within, not without. So whatever you are doing, whatever good or bad, so-called good or bad, there is no meaning for the divine. Because whatever we call good, divine says it is bad because you are full of egoist. Whatever work you do, very nice work, social work you are doing, but full of ego, has no value in front of divine. Sometimes very bad work is valued because he has a surrender, sense of surrender. So what we call good and bad has no meaning for the divine. So whatever you are doing, go and surrender, then necessary change will come to us. And not only change, your consciousness will be identified with the divine. That is the aim of our life, change of consciousness. Then another point is, never try to please others and yourself. Always we are trying to please ourselves and others. That is where you are suffering. Why? Because if I try to satisfy myself, I am identified with my narrow consciousness. I will be within that narrow well of myself. I will not grow. To whom I am going to be satisfied and to satisfy, I will get that consciousness. That is the equation of life. If I will try to satisfy others, other human beings, I will have their consciousness. They are more or less equal to me in many ways. Human consciousness is the same, ordinary consciousness of varieties, that's all. In variety of consciousness, all of us are living in the same level of consciousness. Level is same. So if I want to satisfy others, means my consciousness is increasing vertically, horizontally, not vertically. Because all other human beings having the same consciousness, having variety of nature, but the same consciousness, at the same level, that is called human consciousness. All are human beings. Human consciousness is ordinary consciousness. So we will remain always in the ordinary consciousness as long as we try to satisfy others. Mother says, only try to please the divine. Because divine consciousness is only the consciousness which can exceed yourself. You can exceed yourself only by the divine consciousness, because divine is always greater than ourselves, our consciousness. He is not in the ordinary consciousness, he is the supreme consciousness. So only try to please mother, none other. Only mother, none other. How can we please mother? Mother says that I am always speaking to you within. Try to listen. We are not listening. We are listening here because atmosphere is good. But when we go to office, somebody is offering some money. Take it. 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs. Take it. At that time, within us, mother will speak, no? But she will speak. Ask more. But she will speak. Don't accept. I am with you. Nothing will happen to you. Don't accept those things. At that time, I will speak. Go within. You are only in the Patchakra, not in office. How my daughter will get married if I will not take money? How my son will study if I will not take money? We are talking something impractical things. Actually, what mother says is impractical from the practical point of view. She is telling don't take, but he is not giving also. Immediately, if she could have given something, then we can say, okay, I will prefer to take from you. She is not giving, only saying that don't take. So, completely impractical things. We are never listening, we are never trying to satisfy the mother. But with your so many experiences, you will learn that only listening to the mother is changing you, nothing else. Otherwise, you will fall and fall and fall to the pit. There is no end to it. So, always try to satisfy the divine. Divine means a voice within, which is always speaking to you. Try to concentrate and concentrate and concentrate, you will listen definitely. And practical also, mother has given some advices. Whenever any problems comes, try to concentrate, simply calm and quiet. Go back for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Then open any book, Savitri book or any book. You will find the answer for what you are confused. You can experiment these things. Otherwise, simply offer your problem to the mother. With calm and quietness, you go for work. Suddenly something will happen you are not expecting. So many things will happen. But we are not ready to do that. We are excited to do immediately if there is some profit, if there is some benefit. We never think of mother because we know mother, what mother will say. So better not to think of mother. We know already what she wants to say. So we will not look to her also. At that time, we will not look to her also. We will say, no, afterwards we will do. Now we know what he will say. This is how we are living. So, always try to please mother. This simple practice, very difficult, but very easy also. Once you have faith in mother, it is very easy. Because actually she does everything. Practically she does everything for us. Then another point is, mother is with us, it is truth. Always mother is with us. But another truth is, mother is coming to us always with new gifts. These are two truths. One is, mother is with us. Another is, she is coming to us always with new gifts for our progress. But we are busy with ourselves. Mother says that is right, that always be alert, that at any time she may visit with gifts and you might be sleeping. And that happens very well. So many possibilities are closed for us because the times he wants to give us a lot of things, we are sleeping. And what we want, what she wants to give us, we don't want. That is another problem. Once mother used to give so many gifts during at the time of birthdays, sadhakas at birthdays. At the time, mother used to give so many gifts. Once a sadhak came to mother, and mother asked me today, whatever you want, I will give. He said, mother, that oil bottle is finished. Give me another oil bottle. We cannot think more than that. Even for us also. If mother will appear immediately in front of us, immediately the problem which is occupying with us, we will ask that only. My son is not getting employment, you please help. Mother said, today I wanted to give all the spiritual gifts. But he is not ready to ask. We are not ready. Not only he is a symbolic factor. Mother is telling about us only. We are not ready to get the gift what she wants to give us. That is why we always go to temple, not to listen the divine, but he has to listen us. That fulfill my desire, I will give a coconut. Isn't it? Because coconut is not with divine. Everything, whole creation he has created. Only one shortage is that he has no coconuts. That is unfortunately with the human beings only. So we are blackmailing the divine, saying that You fulfill our all desires, we will give you coconut. But actually, do you know the meaning of coconut? True meaning we have forgotten. Nobody knows. Everybody goes and offer coconut, but nobody knows the meaning of coconut. Coconut represents the surrender. When we break the coconut, our ego is breaking, and inside the soul is awakening. That sweetness is coming out. That is the true meaning of coconut, but nobody knows. Everybody thinks that the divine wants from us the coconut, and we will get whatever we want by giving coconuts. That's all. So, first thing is that we must want to become what she wants. That increases our intimacy with the mother. And whenever we are going to mother says that you must honestly and clearly and with straightforwardness, you have to speak everything without hiding anything to the mother. But unfortunately, we are going to the mother just like a small saint. Saying to mother, you know I am very good person in the world. If ever any good person is there available in the world, that is myself. And others you see, he is like that, these other people are like that. You correct them. You need not correct me because I am already transformed. Mother says we are living with hypocrisy even with the divine. We have to say that, mother, whatever good qualities are not even good in front of you. What I am thinking it is the good quality, in front of you, it is nothing. Leave apart the bad qualities. Even your good qualities have to be surrendered to the mother. Because what you call good is nothing in front of the divine. So that kind of surrender is necessary to develop the intimacy with the mother. Whenever you are writing the prayer, mother also says that don't use bombastic words, exhibiting your capacity of literature. Whatever is coming from your heart, that is enough. The divine will understand. We want to show our capacity now. I can write this. She will laugh. She will laugh simply. Whatever is coming from your heart, that is enough for the Supreme. Once a sadhak wrote so many prayers and he has not satisfied, he teared it out. And once he said to mother that I wrote so many prayers but I am not satisfied with that prayer, I teared it out. Mother said you have done a foolish thing because you have teared your all sincere prayers and aspirations. Don't think of languages. Lord is beyond languages. He will understand you, your feelings, whatever you are. Then, Namajapa. Namajapa is a powerful means to develop the intimacy of the mother down to the cells of the body. That is the greatest discovery of the mother. If you have gone through the agenda, mother said that I have repeated mantras for 13 times. I found the subconscious is also responding. Physical mind is also responding. Which Sri Aurobindo used to say that it is very difficult to transform physical mind and subconscious. At that time, mother declared that Namajapa has a direct effect on the subconscious and physical. So whenever, not only every time you can repeat mother's name, it must be in the background. And when you are free, you can utter. Because mother says, Japa is the magic of sound. You have to utter ma, ma, ma. Mother says that always repeat my name ma, ma. Single A, not double A. M-A-M-A. Ma, ma. In between two ma's, there should not be any gap. Because there are so many anti-forces are there, they can enter into it. So repeat the name always, and it will develop the intimacy not only in our mental consciousness, vital consciousness, even to the body consciousness. Unless the body is changed, nothing is changed. And one sadhak was there, his name was Ardentuda. He had nearly 30 to 40 cats. And he was busy with his cats always. He was loving so much to the cat that he was very much busy. He gave different names to cats. And he used to go to the market for the cats, not for himself. He used to take dining in the dining hall, everything in prosperity, that was enough for him. But for the cats, he used to go to the market, he used to go to the doctors. And in a diary, Pranabdas saw that he has written all things. Today, my particular cat is hungry, I have to give this. Today, this cat is sick, I have to give this medicine. So many, like cat. So Pranabdas took that diary to mother and showed that, mother, you see what he is doing. Mother called him and said, if you could repeat my name like this, you would have been transformed. So many times you are repeating the cat's name of the cat. Then he said, what can I do, mother? I have come for that, but I cannot forget my cats. You have to do something. Mother said, okay. After a few years he died, he left his body. Then Pranabdas saw that he has not left the name of cat, but that writing became turned into a prayer and namjapa. Mother save that cat. Mother give that medicine to cat. Mother came into the picture. So in that way, whatever you are living, in what way of you are living, mother should enter into our every activities. Then only our intimacy with the mother will be developed. Then another important factor we all must learn. Mother says, unnecessary gossiping will weaken our intimacy with her. Whenever time we are getting, whatever time we are getting, what we are doing, gossiping unnecessary things. It is a bad habit of the human being to lowering our consciousness to the last extent. Mother says, no, never gossip. Because the divine has given us the capacity to talk. That is a gift given to human being only. The animals cannot talk. But unfortunately, we are misutilizing this gift. Always gossiping. So, mother says that whenever you get some time, one sadhak asked that when I am working with many people, my consciousness is getting down. Mother said, no. While you are working with many people, you are gossiping, that is why consciousness is going down. Otherwise, working with many people consciousness will never go down. While 2 people are coming, you are starting gossiping. When many people are coming, the gossiping intensity goes more and more. That is the reason why the consciousness goes down. It is not, suppose we are sitting here, the consciousness is not getting down because we are not gossiping. The moment the program is over, our consciousness will go down because we will start gossiping. Oh, your saree is very beautiful, where you have purchased. You will forget all the discussions. Is it not? Huh? Within 5 minutes, you will come down to the level of ordinary people. That is only we have to avoid. Then only the intimacy of the mother will be intensified. Then another thing is, always try to be truthful. Truthful means whatever you believe to be true. Never tell any lie. That is the first requirement. Mother says, at any time you don't tell lie. I cannot work with you if you tell lie. Mother has given the message to the Aurobians. I cannot work with you if you tell lies. If mother will not be with us, then what is the meaning of this life? Is it mere waste? So, sometimes we may be compelled not to speak the truth. That is okay. At that time, mother says, keep silent rather than speaking some lies. As far as possible, avoid telling lies. But so many people are habituated to tell lies. The moment they open their mouth, they tell lie. It is very difficult to speak truth. But still, it is very important to practice. Then, another one is, always be grateful to the divine. We are always grateful when things are happening according to our desires. We are doing study circles in our home, inviting many friends, distributing sweets. Because we are grateful to the mother that she has done so much things for us. Mother says when she is not doing anything for you, at that time also you must be grateful to her more than when she is doing something for you. Because when she is not doing anything means she is preparing you for the greater consciousness. And when externally she is not doing anything means she is preparing your consciousness for the greater thing. So when your desire is fulfilled, no doubt you should be grateful. Her grace is there. When your desire is not fulfilled, know that double grace is there. But people don't understand when the things are not fulfilled, how there is a double grace. Because when, again another thing is that, when divine takes you, everything from you, he gives himself. Which is better thing? Tell me. When he gives you everything, one option. Another thing is that he takes away everything from you, but he gives himself to you. Which is better one? Second one, but everybody likes first one. How much I got from the divine. Mother says, never ask how much you got from the divine. Always ask yourself how much you have given to the divine. Because the more you give, more you are empty. The more you are empty, more you are filled with the divine qualities. You are emptying what? Your lower qualities. But filling with divine qualities. So, more you should give rather than asking, mother, oh mother, give me, give me. Once a sadhak told mother that previously, when I was new to the ashram, I asked many things from you and you gave me. Nowadays, I am not asking anything. Is there any bad relationship with you? Because if there is bad relation, I cannot ask you, no? Mother said, no, your psychic being has come forward. Psychic never asks, always wants to give. There is a joy of giving. So that will develop the intimacy with the mother. Always I must ask, what I can do for the mother? What she has done for me? Leave apart. Because she is always doing. We don't know. We don't know. She is always doing better for us. Then another thing is that, very important thing, desire for entertainment. Entertaining ourselves is the symptom of our laziness. Tamasic nature people will always try to entertain themselves, to excite themselves. That is why they see pictures, they see serials, to make them excite, because their nature is so tamasic. They need some entertainment. So as long as we are tamasic, the intimacy cannot be developed. So go beyond entertainment. Real entertainment is the mother. We get the delight in study circles. We get the delight with discussing about Mother and Sri Aurobindo, living for the Mother and Sri Aurobindo, doing work for the Mother and Sri Aurobindo will give greater delight than so-called entertainments. So these are the points through which we can develop the divine consciousness in totality. Then all the dualities will disappear from us. There is only one thing you will find in everybody, that is the divine. In yourself, in others, even in your enemy. In your enemy also you will find him. Then how can you fight with them? Yes, you can fight like Arjuna. Because it is necessary to fight, he fought. But not with hate, not with revenge. Because Sri Krishna told him to fight, that is why he fought. That way it is there, but not with taking revenge or any other human feelings, egoistic feelings. That will disappear. The oneness will enter into us in every action, activities, in our feelings, in our activities, in our thoughts, everywhere.